Alright, welcome everybody. It sure has been a while since I've been with you. But this is an updated what's in my camera bag. It's been well over a year. Last one I did was mid-November 2011. And basically, I've really upgraded what I have since then. So, why don't we get started? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this, and then these two pockets here. And then I'm going to move it over to the side and then just bring things out into the middle of the table to show you. Alright? So this is, I don't really use this too much at all. This is just a 5-in-1 reflector disc. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon, 38 inches, Optech, or Optica. Yeah, Optica. So yeah, don't really use that, haven't used that in maybe about a year. Now, here's the bag. Bag I'm using is a Low-Pro Vertex 200 AW. AW, of course, stands for all-weather, because there's an all-weather pouch right down here. So, let's see, what do we have up here? Up here is essentially, they have slots here. I keep filters in here. Most of these, I don't even have a camera for anymore. I just keep them in here. You never know when someone might need to borrow one. These are slots for memory cards. I don't keep my memory cards in here because they're not very well protected. However, in this pouch I do keep a emergency card reader for an SD card. So, have that just in case I ever need it. And then, in this one, I have pen, pencil, business cards, a toothbrush, and some various trinkets, emergency USB cable. Really nothing too fancy in there. Now, hope you can see this right here. I'm going to unload this first and then get down into this bottom part, okay? So, I'm going to grab my chair here. Okay, so, starting off, in the lid, charging cable for the charger here. Yeah? Alright, you guys see this? Yeah, just for the EN-EL3 battery, which is used by D90, D80, D300, D300S. In another pocket I have a strap, should I ever need one while photographing an event or something. It's a nice neoprene one by Optech USA. Guess it's okay. You see this says AWagner, Santa Cruz Cardinals. That's my high school's mascot. Okay, that goes there. Here we have AA battery port thing for the battery grip for my D90, and an Optica mini softbox for my strobe. This is really great for portraits and events. Well, anything that a strobist might have to do, this thing is pretty awesome. In another compartment, I have my cable release. It's an off-brand. I really decided that I didn't need anything fancy. It is DLC. That thing's good to have. It cost me like $15. Gray card, should I ever be shooting portraits, which I haven't done in 6 or 7 months, but still probably going to get right back into that. Tripod plate goes on the bottom of the camera body. Anything else? Nope, nothing more in that pocket. Now, it's time for the gear that I shoot with on a regular basis. Now, take into effect that this is all the stuff. Oh, I forgot one thing. There's a laptop pocket up here in the top of the bag, and up here I just keep game notes should I ever need them. And that brings me to the next thing. One moment, please. All this gear that I have compiled is for the purpose of sports photography, and at the moment I'm specifically shooting basketball. And here is a sample press pass that I have for the Warriors. But these are not the Golden State Warriors. Where I live in Santa Cruz, we have the Development League Santa Cruz Warriors, which is the feeding team for the Golden State Warriors, and I'm one of their photographers. I shoot for their PR department. Non-paid, voluntary, they give me press passes, I give them photos. It's pretty cool. So that's me. I blacked out my association because I don't want you guys to see that. Okay, time for the real gear. What should we start with? Let's start with camera bodies. Let's start with the one that I had before. This is my Nikon D90. I am a Nikon shooter. Good camera. I mean, could be better. I've had this since summer of 2011. It's okay for sports. It has an alright frame per second thing. Here. It's at 4.5. And the buffer is really tiny. It's only 5. And it barely fills up quickly enough. So it's an alright camera. I have a NBD80 battery grip on it, but it is not by Nikon, it is by Velo. I highly recommend this battery grip. It works amazingly, feels great in the hands, and works flawlessly. So, D90. Second camera body, Nikon D300S. This is Nikon's Pro body for the DX line. This thing, I really cannot complain about this camera. It is amazing. And this one is a lot better for shooting sports because, oh yeah, and it fills up to 100, which is really nice. It has dual card slots for CF and SD. I prefer to use CF, although there's not one in there right now, seeing as I just bought this camera today. And my CF card is coming in the mail probably tomorrow or something like that. I shoot, well, I'll explain memory cards in a little bit. So that's, I guess, these are my two camera bodies. Love them to death. D300S more than the D90. Now let's start with lenses. I'll show you my crap lens first. This is the first lens I ever got, way back when I had my D50. This is a Quanta-Ray 18-200. The optics in it are, I'm not even gonna lie, optics in it are pure crap. The color hazing is terrible. You can't really make out distinct lines. It's a 3.5 to 6.3 D. It's really loud, noisy. It's just not a good lens in general. And whoever had it before me scratched the front elements. Didn't even give me a back cover. Yeah, just not a very good lens at all, but I guess it's my rescue lens, should I need a rescue lens. Okay, so I have that, and then I have one of my workhorses. I obtained this in early 2012, actually just about exactly a year ago. And this is the Sigma 70-200 f2.8. This is the non-OS version, so I don't have optical stabilization. But, you know, honestly, I don't really need it. With 2.8, I'm able to get fast enough shutter speeds to really freeze what I need to get. It's part of Sigma's Pro line lenses. It is clear, it's awesome. It's got this nice big front element on it. I have no complaints about this at all. Great lens. Anybody looking for a good sports lens but can't afford that Nikon or anything like this, this one, any day over Tamron. I would not suggest going with Tamron for a 70-200. In my test, it was just slow to focus, and yeah. And benefit of this is you can take off the lens collar very easily with just turning, lifting, and you're good. Okay, so there's that. Then is my newest lens, which I also just obtained today with the D300S, and it is a Nikon 17-55 2.8. This is a sweet lens. Everything I've used it with, well, I mean, I've used it with my two bodies, and it's just produced crystal clear images. Goes really nice and wide, and then gets in, I mean, to that 55 mil. It is a DX lens, so I won't be able to use this when I do move on to full frame bodies. But you know, this is what I can get right now, and this is considered a Nikon Pro lens. There is the gold ring. It is ED, so extra low dispersion. It's 2.8, and this is the G. It's AFS. This is an amazing lens. I suggest this as a good second lens for sports shooters out there. I mean, fantastic. Canon makes a good one too. Okay, so that wraps up the lenses. I only have 3. Why don't we move on to flash? I only have 1 flash. I don't really do too much flash work. Maybe occasionally when I'm doing portraits. But no name brand here. I have a Metz 44 AF1 digital flash. This thing is awesome. As you can see, there's a softbox or a diffusion cap on top of it, and this thing works amazing. It's powerful, gives great recycle time. It has manual, it has slave mode, and it flashes great. You might be wondering what this rubber band is around it. It is to mount the softbox on it. I won't show that to you now. Then of course there's an off-brand diffusion dome thingamajigger. And honestly, this case that I put it into did not come with the flash. I bought this case at Office Max for $10. It's supposed to be for one of those Texas Instruments graphing calculators. But it is perfect. If you ever need a flash case, go get one of these. Cheap, work great, neoprene, keeps everything nice and clean. So, that's there. Next, one of the more recent additions to the bag is the Black Rapid RS7. Now, I haven't had this all too long now. I got this maybe about 3 weeks ago. But so far, I love it. It takes all the weight off that neck. It's really fast. It's dependable. It's everything that, if you guys follow Jared Polin for Knows Photo, everything he says it is, it's true. This thing works amazing. I love it, and I'm definitely going to be using this for events, or just walking around at a sporting event when I have to take photos of the crowd. It's perfect for that. And, I mean, I trust this thing 100% with carrying a couple $1,000s worth of equipment by this little screw. Highly recommend it, but it is costly. It's about $60 at B&H Photo or even on Amazon. So, that's good. I would not suggest going with an off-brand. If you're going to get any of this kind, go for Black Rapid. RS7. It's great. Next, I have memory card pouch with my Black Rapid sticker on there. Oh no, not memory card pouch. Battery case. This is another battery, or this case didn't come with the batteries. I bought it at a gaming store back when I used to have a Nintendo DS. Works great. And I use only the best Sanyo Onoloops. These things run fantastic. I really only use them for my flash. Give me great recycle time. I can usually get maybe 100, no, you know what, even more than that. Maybe about 200, 215 full powered flashes with this flash. With these, and even when I'm not using full powered, they give me great recycle time so that I can always be ready to go. And then I have my information on there. Alright, next is memory card pouch. I have the Think Tank Pixel Pocket Rocket. Yeah, couldn't figure that out there for a second. It's great. It holds a bunch of memory cards. As you can see, I only have SD in there right now, and I'm missing 5 slots because one of them is Oh yeah, I just put one into the D300S. These are SanDiscs, and then I love Lexar. Lexar is my brand. Some of you might use SanDisk, but I use Lexar. And right now I'm using, for SD, I'm using Lexar Professional SDHC Class 10 8 gigs 133x speed. Work great, clear the buffer very fast, extremely fast upload time, and work really well. I have that the Lexar Speed Reader card reader that plugs into the computer. It is somewhere in my car right now, so I don't really want to go find it, but they work amazing. So some fixed pocket rockets. Let's see, what else is there in here? Nope, okay, just some cleaning supplies. I have the Giottis Rocket Air. This thing is awesome, just blows air. I put the tape on there so I can identify that it's mine. We've got a little Giottis brush for the lenses. Comes handy, and some cleaning solution, which also comes in handy sometimes if I have to get a fingerprint off or something like that. So, essentially, this is all my gear. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, maybe, or got some tips or something, even if I didn't give too many. Comment, rate, subscribe, you know that whole drill. And I will see you guys very soon. Alright, bye.